Hi, everyone, and welcome back to the Looney Balloony Learning Center podcast.
Number 4.
And as always, I am Tess, and this wonderful, amazing man beside me is my husband, Randy.
Hi.
And today we're talking about things to consider when starting your business.
Yes.
There's so much. And disclaimer, we are not experts. We are simply explaining some of the things we have learned along the way. Please consult local lawyers, accountants, whatever you need to answer questions.
Government websites are always some of your best avenues to go down. Do not trust what they say on Reddit. You have to do your own due diligence.
Yes. Please, I encourage you to do so. But that being said, we're going to give you some rabbit holes to go down, okay?
Yes.
And to figure out.
Deep dive yourself.
It'll be fun. Okay, so the first thing on my little sheet of notes that I got here is the name. What are you going to name yourself? I have a theory that really there in the balloon business specifically, sort of like 2 avenues to go down, right? If you want your aesthetic, your look, your clientele to be like more on the classy, big installs, that sort of thing, I think, a nice classy business name is probably the way you want to go. But if you're more into like the generalized party serving, home delivery, that sort of thing, there's the fun and the catchy names as well. That's where we decided we wanted to be, and that's why Looney Balloony, of course. And
yeah, just to give you some background, it took us days to figure out our name.
Weeks. I mulled it over for weeks and weeks and weeks, and then we had a meeting on our back patio, and I presented a few that I had come up, and I had Randy there, and our daughter was there. Mm-hmm. And ultimately, we inscripted the neighbors for their opinion as well, and everybody loved the name. It was very memorable, to the point where like you're getting gas filling up the van, and people stop you.
Oh yeah, I was
love your name.
Out on a delivery, and I was looking up the next address in a parking lot, and some lady comes up, Looney Balloony. Oh wow, I gotta look that up. I got to see what it is. And I'm in the van, and I might have scared her a little bit. And I said, here's my card, and, and here you go. And sorry if I scared you. Bye. Have a great day.
Or I'll get messages. I saw your van, love the name. And so they driving down, they remember the name enough to go home and message us about
it.
So think about that. You want it to be memorable. That's the thing. That's how you get people finding you, if they can remember it. That advertising on your vehicle is not cheap, and it needs to pay for itself. So keep all that into consideration. Your branding is important. Make sure your logo matches your name, which matches you. Like you and I pulling off some sort of classy name is not.
No.
We are.
She can be classy. No.
So we like to have fun. So that's where we went. So think about the future of your business before you name it. Okay. Think about what you want to evolve to become. Right. Yeah. Right now you're just this little baby idea, and you've got to grow it before you name it. Okay, envision it.
You can always change your name too. You might want to go down one avenue, but then go,
that's what we did.
Crap.
It doesn't suit.
That doesn't work.
It doesn't suit. Yeah. We had one other version of our name at first, and it was a classier name anyways, but it didn't suit us. Let's just put it that way. And
yeah, and we've helped some mentors,
clients,
mentees.
Yes.
With their names, and yeah, it's hard. You got to bounce the ideas off of people that
off of someone. If you ever come across that and you're not sure, message me. I'll be more than happy to give you feedback on it. All right.
We're willing to give our opinion on everything.
I was trying not to say that. We'll give you the pros, cons of everything.
Yes.
And then, of course, it's the type of business you're going to register as, okay? There are a lot of different businesses out there that will help you launch your business. Here in Canada, there's one called Ownr, OWNR, which is what I used when I registered my business. And it was so easy. Yes, there's a fee, but I think it was only like $60. And but that pays all your registration fees and everything. So look at that. But you have to decide what you want to be. So there's sole proprietor here in Canada, and then partnership. And then in the US, you have LLC, and then there's corporations. You have to look and see what's going to suit you best. Corporation, there's a lot of work, a lot of expenses into incorporating. It's not really for the small business owner, okay? It does take away your liability. You have to look into it. Consult a lawyer. But there's a lot to it. You have to have a board and
there's multiple aspects to it to where it gets very legalese.
Yes.
And the best bet is to go through Canada, your province, see what's going on there. They have all the information on Canadian websites. In the US, same thing. State by state is different. You can do all that. Plus, you have to look up and see if your name's already taken by another business.
Yes, that's very important. Please don't copycat or do one different letter or whatever. You want to be original. You want to be your own person. So double check all that before you submit, because you'll be wasting money then.
Yeah, and from what I found out in the UK, States, Canada, and in other countries, there is a website to where you can look up different business
name registry.
Right.
Yeah.
So they're already registered. They have already did their whatever different types of businesses that they want. So you can look it up. Feel free to look up all that.
See here, so a sole proprietor, if you're one person and you're small, but you carry 100% liability for your business. So that if there is a big debt to your business, that becomes your personal debt. So keep that in mind. Same with partnerships, they become liable for each other. Mm-hmm. So if you're going into partnerships, make sure you really like that person and trust them a lot. And then, yes, the corporate LLC in the States is a limited liability company. So it stops that liability from affecting you personally. And then a corporation is the whole other thing. If you have that, get a lawyer on retainer, if that's where you think you want to go.
Yeah, and there's
and
solicitor or
for our British friends.
British friends and
solicitors
are actually
I think Australia as well, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Anyways, the next big point is to insure or not to insure. Okay. We carry $2 million $2 million liability insurance because one, if you go into a venue and there's a big problem, you might need that. A lot of venues will require you to provide proof of insurance. And then the next step of that is asking for proof of insurance with them as a secondary insured on your insurance policy. And what that means is that if you have a problem with the venue or whatever, they can talk to your insurance company and make a claim on their own behalf because you've named them as sort of like a partner for that event. Right?
Yeah. And don't be scared of that number, $2 million. It seems like this massive, huge amount.
It's the minimum nowadays.
It's actually the minimum that most venues, events, halls, and stuff like that want. So it's not a scary number.
No.
And you don't pay $2 million.
No. What I pay, I think $30 a month for my insurance policy, and that gives me unlimited certificates of liability. So I call up my insurance company. Hey, I need a secondary insured on my liability policy. Here's the name. They send it directly to the venue. So it's all very legit. It looks very professional. Makes you look better. If you're not going to be working in big venues that would require that, then it becomes a decision on your behalf. Okay, if you want to do that. So we also do yard signs in addition to balloons. If we were in a very big windstorm and our signs got pulled up and they're on the pokey stakes and they hit someone's car and they shatter the windows or whatever, our insurance covers all that. So you have to think about it. There is liability. So you need your vehicle insurance. Your business insurance is exactly that. It's in case of the crazy, right?
Oh crap factor.
Yeah, exactly. So I would encourage you to get insurance. I know it seems probably very unnecessary to a lot of people, but believe me, it helps you sleep at night.
Yeah, and like we said, it does not cost that much
No.
to have. And in the States, they ask for additional insured, not secondary. So it's just
Terminology.
Just like in the balloon world.
There's terminology.
That's,
Depends on where you are.
yeah.
Yeah. So, okay. And then, of course, all your accounting. Okay. That's another very big section of business that a lot of us, myself very much included, sort of put off to the side for later. I'll get around to it. And then it becomes a big thing. But
in Hawaiian, it's called Bombay. Do it later.
do it later. And I have stopped doing that. But at first I was growing the business and I didn't have time. And I had to play catch up a little bit, which mission accomplished. But consider if you are growing and fast and you can't handle it anymore, a bookkeeper at very least, a certified accountant might be your best of friends, and trust them. Find someone you trust and then trust them, okay?
Not your cousin Benny from down the road who was good at math.
Yeah.
That's not a good thing.
Yeah.
No, unless you have one in your family, be thankful.
Yeah,
that you can trust.
Give a good deal, but get an accountant or take some classes, read some books, do something, educate yourself. It's not just about making the beautiful balloons. You have to take care of business as well.
Yeah.
So make sure you've got that covered. I use QuickBooks. I love QuickBooks. It works very, very well. I use it right from sending an invoice to a client, and then the payment all the way up to my financial statements. So that's really what you want to do. Well, any accounting software. I'm not endorsing QuickBooks. I'm just telling you what I'm using. Unless they want to pay me, in that case,
I really doubt that.
No, that's not going to be the case. But that's what I use. I find it pretty user friendly.
Yeah, we will not be, we will not dismiss if QuickBooks wants to endorse us.
Yeah, right. Anyways, okay. Then getting on to advertising. This is the biggest by far question we get over anything is how do you get clients, right? A lot of people, they're like, okay, I'm working on my skills, but now who do I sell it to? So set up all your social media accounts. That's first and foremost.
Yeah.
Threads, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok if you choose to do TikTok. It can be a tool. Okay, I know for me, it gets very overwhelming that there's so many and you have to keep up on them. Randy is very good at doing all that for me. And it takes that responsibility off my already crazy brain.
Right. Also, YouTube.
Yeah. YouTube. That was the other one.
Another one. But first and foremost, if you're doing a local business locally, decorate your car.
Yes.
Put it out there. Don't be afraid to put balloons, your advertisement.
And you don't have to pay to have your whole car wrapped. Okay? I used my Silhouette Cameo 4 and cut out a whole bunch of balloons. And our van, the whole back side of our van is covered in flyaway balloons. And all different colors and everything. It doesn't have to cost you a fortune. I did our lettering, Looney Balloony, and phone number and everything on there.
And if you don't want to completely decorate your car, there are magnet signs that go on your car that you
Vistaprint, cheap.
Vistaprint, local printer, anything.
Yeah, but your socials are going to be your most important, okay? Because in this industry, when everything is so visual, that's really how they're going to find you. Now, I will tell you my secret. When we first started this business and my arts and crafts business that I had in Hawaii, and that's where I started with all this, and I learned, I cut my teeth there. And then when we started the balloon business, I'm like, I know what to do because it worked really, really well. I did Facebook boosted posts. Mm-hmm. Now, right from the very beginning, day one with this business, because I had experience with it before, I put it up. And I was doing so we've been open 4.5 years now, and it's been since October, November of 2023 now. So what's that? 8, 9, 10 months, almost a year. I haven't run any ads. and I haven't had to, which is a wonderful place to be. And I'm very grateful to my clients for their return business. But I would spend about $400 US, because all the Facebook advertising fees are all in US dollars. Please don't be surprised by that if you are in another country. They're in US dollars, so do the conversion. But I would spend about $400 US every month and advertise. You can pinpoint where you want your ads to go, and I would do that. And that was the greatest return on investment that we could have. Like, really, it was amazing. Oh, can I give you one point? When you're setting up your socials, put your town right under your name, because you know how many times we've had requests from clients to join our page or whatever, and I go to their socials to look and see. I look at pretty much everybody that joins, and I look and see, what your skill levels are at, and maybe I see something that, that person needs to learn how to do this. Let me do that in my Facebook Lives or whatever. I get ideas that way. But I'm like, where are they located out of? I can't find it.
Yeah.
I can't find it on any of their socials, Facebook, Instagram, websites even. How are your clients going to know you're in their area if you don't have that on there?
Put that in.
It's so important, and hardly anyone does it.
Yeah, I don't know what you're scared of. No one's going to go out there and find you and murderize you. But you got to stick it up there, because
it's important.
You're going to have people. Yes, I know I'm old. Look at the gray hair and the muzzle and all that. But people are going to look on your website, look at your Instagram, look at your Facebook, and go, well, obviously they're not in my area. I can't find where they're at.
Yeah.
And so they'll just ignore it. You got to make it user friendly and easy to where, we're in Guelph. So they know that we're in Guelph. So
I put Guelph, Ontario, right? And then underneath there, servicing Guelph, Kitchener, Cambridge, Milton. I put every city that we service. Okay, that's important, because people looking at you go, they do service my area. Oh no, I'm outside their service area. I'll have to look for someone else.
Or they beg and plead to have us do it.
This coming Tuesday, for example.
Tuesday.
We're going way out of our area, but it was a very big account. So anyways, so that's advertising. Get out there. And then leading into our next topic of networking, I would suggest you get out there and market yourself through networking. So I belong to like a women in business group here. Become on your Facebook groups, the moms groups, the any sort of we have a Guelph this and that, so it's like just an odd thing. And a lot of times people, I need birthday balloons for my kid. Who would you recommend? Well, boy, don't I know someone.
Well, under yourself, joining
personally.
These groups.
So don't be afraid to put yourself out there and join all these groups. The Chamber of Commerce. There's a lot of marketing groups out there that you could just be careful of the ones that require you to pay to join.
Yeah.
We have had experience with that. Sometimes we have not found that those are typically worth the money invested. Anyways,
but that's up to you.
That's something for you to figure out.
This is us, and we're
big mouths. We tell everybody so
everything. But also, again, going into the advertising, Facebook buy and sell is not really.
Buy and sell? The marketplace, you mean?
Marketplace. It's okay, but you're going to find people in there that are going to go and lowball you.
Yes.
Not take you seriously.
People take the marketplace as sort of like a garage sale.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got it marked for $1, I'll give you 50 cents. Okay, that's sort of the vibe on marketplace. I would advise you to stay off of it. I have seen on there where my clients are reselling their balloon garlands, okay, that I have made for them, and it doesn't bother me because they've paid me for it. I don't care, but that's what people are sort of anticipating there on Marketplace.
We kind of care because it's our work, and now it doesn't look as fresh and that's one of the.
But there's nothing we can do to stop it. So I choose.
It's like, they're selling it again. Look at it.
Yeah, it's a little disheartening for you, but there's nothing, you can't tell them not to.
Yeah.
So it's theirs.
Advise against doing it on Facebook
Yeah,
Marketplace.
you marketing your business, I wouldn't do it on Marketplace. You're gonna spend more time admin typing with these people that are never gonna pull the trigger. You're far better to get onto a boosted post or ads or anything like that. But word of mouth is your biggest.
Yeah, the moms groups
The
especially.
moms groups are huge.
Yeah.
And then the other thing I just want to touch on, I know it's not really this topic, but also set a value that you're willing to donate every year and stick to it. In this industry, we get asked, I think, more, I'm biased, but I'm going to say more than any other industry, to donate for free to every cause out there. And there are a lot that are very important and we want to support, but you also have to take care of your bottom line. So set a budget at the beginning of the year or at the beginning of your business of every year I am going to donate X amount of my cost, okay, or X amount of retail value, okay, if you want to put your labor in there. And come up with some sort of a scheme. I'll tell you what I do. So we budget a certain amount, and typically that goes to one big charity every year, okay? And it changes every year. This year we did the Guelph Wish Foundation, which I loved, by the way. That was amazing. But we've also done like Relay for Life for cancer research and all those
Team
things.
Addie.
Yeah, Team Addie was, I can't talk about that one.
We always donate for them. We do your scheme. So go on about your scheme of how you.
Oh, okay. And then I do for other charities that message me, if my budget's gone for my one big one, sometimes if it's one that I really believe in, what I'll do is a 50-50 with them. And that means they tell me everything they want. I give them the invoice, they pay 50% and I discount 50%. Usually it's my labor and I still make a little bit. 50% is not your total expenses in this industry. And if it is, you need to fix something. But, at least a 50%, you're making a little bit, but you're donating your time, but your expenses are covered. So you're not out of pocket anything. So that was something, and I find the charities really love that because they feel like they're getting something, but they also acknowledge that you're a business and you need to cover your expenses. Most of these people that are in these charities on the boards, they've been doing it for years, or they're business people as well, and they get it. If someone comes out and wants a full donation, and your budget's gone, I tell them that. I'm sorry, we set a budget every year. That's been maxed out already. Contact me in January if you want consideration for next year. Oh, sure, not a problem. Thank you so very much.
Yeah.
I've never had anyone push back from that.
The only ones that really push back are the ones that just want free stuff and they're not a charity to begin with.
Oh, the
They're
influencers.
Or for-profit, certain clubs and stuff like that make money doing this, and they want a donation for their big thing that everyone has to pay for, but they want stuff for free.
Just watch out, and I hate saying this, I was an athletic kid and played on lots of teams, and we were very grateful for sponsors, but be careful of the kids' sponsorship team, like the team sponsorships. That can be a money pit, okay? Be very careful. They have fundraisers all the time, which that's great, but they want balloon decor for every single one of their fundraisers. So be careful, okay? Set boundaries early, or else then it gets harder to break them later. And as you grow, those requests grow as well. So just a little advice from Auntie Tess. Set your boundaries, be firm. Pick one that you love and do that, so they see that you are giving back to the community, because that's huge. Okay, getting those, that goes back to your marketing, right? They put your name up there as sponsorship, that sort of thing. And don't be afraid if they're asking you for donations. What do I get?
Yeah, you have to ask what you get, because you're putting your best foot forward and giving them your best product. You want something in return. It's a give and take with everything, because you're going to expect clients out of this, and you want to be mentioned.
Which brings me back to a post I saw recently about someone looking for cheaper balloons because they're doing it as a donation. They don't want to spend the money. I would really encourage you not to do that, because it's an opportunity to display your work for hundreds of people that come to these events. Okay, and usually they'll let you put a little sign next to it that says, generously donated by, or this installation was sponsored by, something like. They usually let you do something like that. And so it's your name. It's your name. You want it to be beautiful. Don't cheap out on the quality, and use it as promotion. Use it for your portfolio. To grow your portfolio. So there's things you can get back out of it, but be careful to not do something less than just because you're giving it for free.
Right. And on the lines of networking, those influencers that say they're influencers and want stuff for free for mentions and stuff like that, we've done for influencers, they pay full price.
Yeah. If they're a really big influencer, they're not going to ask you for a discount. I said this in the live one day. I've had influencers with numbers, they want to be, but their numbers are less than what I had. And they're like, I'm having my big 40th birthday party and I want it donated. I'm like, sorry, no. And I did fall for it a couple times early on, and got zero bump from it. So I don't find it worthwhile. It all depends on what you're doing. I think you would be better to team up with a really good photographer and do a photo shoot, and they get the shots of amazing things and you get the shots of your amazing decor. That would be money better spent.
That's a collaboration.
Yeah, that's a little different. Because they're also investing their time. They have appreciation for your time. So those go very well. But again, be careful how many you do. Okay.
Yeah. And we got this through one of our people that we donate to. What is it called? Donation where
I don't know
you do too much.
Exhaustion. Donation exhaustion.
Yes.
And because you get, yes, that's Addie's mom who said that. Yes, it can exhaust you from giving away too much of your stuff. So keep your resources close because you're going to need them. All right. You're going to need them. This is the long haul. This is not like 1 year of your life. You want to do this for a good long time. So take care of that.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think that's it. Network. Get yourself out there. Hand out cards. Don't be, I struggle with it. He's really good at it. He's my hype man. We'll go out anywhere and he's like, check out my wife. You know what she does? She's balloon designer of the year. I'm like, shh. And no, he's my hype man.
Oh yeah.
So,
if I could carry around her award,
my
I
trophy.
would. And just
in a little box.
Look, see?
But everyone needs a Randy by their side. I firmly believe. But if you don't, you have to get good at it. Okay, you have to be good with, hey, this is who I am. This is what I can do, and talk to everybody. Okay?
Don't be shy.
If you're not good with talking like that, check out. There's groups. There's I know here in Canada the Toastmasters, where you can go and they have I think it's monthly meetings, and they help you work on your presentation and your speech and your conversation with other professionals. So there's ways to learn how to do that. So look into those. If you're stuck and you need ideas or help or a nudge, I'm here. I'll nudge you.
Exactly. We'll just get you out there. Look, throw them to the wolves. No.
That's what he does.
That's how I was raised, though. I got thrown to the wolves and had to do it myself.
Yeah. I didn't. And when Randy and I first got together and we started the cleaning business and it was me out front, I remember one day he's like, you've got to make some cold calls. You've got to make some cold calls. And to me, that was the most frightening thing on the earth, to the point I was crying. I was breaking down that I couldn't make myself cold call. And at the time, there was a lot of names I was calling you, and they were none of them nice. And, he pressured me, but in a supporting, loving way, but he pressured me. And once I did those first 5 calls and I got 4 meetups, bookings out of those, I was sold. I'm like, this actually works.
Yeah. I ran a construction business and had no one to go to, and I knocked on architect stores, contractors, all that stuff.
Yeah.
I had to eat.
Yeah, that's the thing, that hunger, okay? sometimes we can get very cushy, especially if you have a significant other, a spouse that's bringing in an income and you're okay if you don't sell. You guys are succeeding. For Randy and I, this is our business. This is what supports us. We have no other income, so we have to hustle it. And that hunger, literal sometimes, is what pushes us every day. So.
And I like gourmet foods.
No. No, really? He's a really good cook, guys. So, yes. And so we have expensive tastes, so we have to work it. But yes, so get your whole heart into it. Get out there. Don't be afraid to pull the trigger.
Yes.
Get yourself out there. You can learn as you go. I am a resource. You can ask me anything. Tess, I have booked this. I have a client that wants this and they want to book it and I have no idea how to make it. What do I do? I'll help you. Okay, I'll help you. I'll give you some ideas. I'll tell you what to practice and we'll get you there. Okay.
Yeah. We do have mentoring groups and stuff like that. So if you're ever interested.
Yeah. We have our weekly free live on Facebook that we do every Wednesday from our Looney Balloony freebie chat. You have to find that, ask for permission to join. We let you in. And then every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we spend an hour. I teach different things. This week we taught the pumpkins. Okay, and
'tis the season.
We're gearing up for
in stores. I seen pumpkin spice latte stuff.
Yes, I saw Christmas stuff the other day. So
oh my god,
I know. Don't even. So we're doing all that. So we're here for you. Pull the trigger. You won't regret it. I promise you. All right. Take care, and we hope you have an amazing time ballooning it yourself. Bye for now.
bye.